All right, good evening. Hope you guys are really having fun. It has been long since I last recorded a video on this channel, but I come here to let you know about Sir Jim Mendes dialogue. Sir Jim was gonna hit to meet the super agent that is Jorge Mendes, and guess what? We also have some other stories concerning Scott McTominay injuries, Eric Ten Hag, and a fly on the walls of the club of Man United has finally come out and spoken about how what's the next move for United on Scott McTominay. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. Continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has met with this man known as Jorge Mendes. Now, this story, was broken by the Mirror, and they told us that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has met with super agent Jorge Mendes. Now, who is Jorge Mendes? Jorge Mendes is a super agent, and he has gone ahead to say to it that very many players come at Man United. If at all, you never know. Most people have gone ahead to mistake him as only an agent, but he is an intermediary. You know that very many players coming in from Portugal have gone ahead to obviously find themselves in a position of joining the Spanish La Liga, French League One, Premier League, Serie A, and so on and so forth, through the intermediary skills of Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes was so much known as being the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo, but with Ronaldo disagreeing with him on his move from Man United to Saudi Arabia, Jorge Mendes pulled out, unless otherwise went ahead to mend their issues. But it looks like Ronaldo's agent is his brother, who doubles as an agent, who doubles as a lawyer in this business. So when these two have gone ahead to meet, it doesn't mean that they've gone ahead to meet for just a reason of really seeing to it that he brings in a manager. I tell you this, I know he's an agent of very many managers, Jose Mourinho and very many others, but he used to be that of Jose Mourinho. I think Jose Mourinho changed to Mino Raiola, but he also manages football managers. That is it. He's an agent of very many football managers, and Jorge Mendes was key to bring very many players at the club of Man United, like Nani, Ronaldo, talk of Diego Dallo, talk of Bruno Fernandes, talk of Anderson, very many players that has gone ahead obviously coming through to do the business, and he gets a commission when he does that business. Now, I know very many people will first think, which coach is United looking at? I tell you, if United was looking at a certain coach right now, they would have already gone ahead obviously getting that coach immediately, because the agent of Nagelsmann told us that his future is going to be settled in 7 days from now, and tomorrow expect an update from the agent, and it's more likely that he's going to sign an extension with the DFB of Germany. That is the Football Federation of Germany. That is it. For Bayern Munich, they're going in for Ralf Rangnick. Liverpool, Ancelotti. Now there is Ruben Amorim, right? Ruben Amorim is there. Which other manager? Thomas Tuchel is there, and very many others. And he's known to the agent to those. So for me, I cancel out that he was going to have to meet him because of really signing in a new manager. I think there are two reasons as to why he has gone ahead to meet him. Every club needs this guy. I tell you this, every club needs this guy. And I tell you what, I can add dots and really let you know what he's going to do. Now, let me first read you the players, the list of players that this guy manages, and then you get to know exactly what is in my head. And I think before I obviously come in to obviously let you know what is in my head, I think it would have already gone ahead to cross your head. Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva, Fabinho, João Cancelo, Diego Jota, Darwin Núñez, Rafael Leão, Ederson, Goncalo Guedes, Ruben Neves, Andres Silva, Pedro Neto, Renato Sanchez, Adama Traore, Ricardo Pereira, Nico, Nelson Semedo, Vitinha, Daniel Podence, Francisco Trincao, Fabio Vieira, Matt Doherty, Rafa Mir, Angel Di Maria, James Rodriguez, Ryan Oli Nuri, Matt Doherty, Josaje, and Radamel Falcao. Now, if you hear this list of players that we're going to hate to read, they are the following players. They are the following players that I tell you what, United is interested in. Andre Silva, he plays as a centre-back for Benfica. You know, Pedro Neto, he plays for the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Rafael Leao plays as a left forward for the side of AC Milan. Those three players have been linked to Man United, and Andre Silva is 19-20 years of age, and we've always gone ahead to hear Sir Jim Ratcliffe confirm with us that he wants the next Virgil van Dijk, he wants the next William Saliba, he wants the next so and so. So that is exactly that this guy is doing. So as it stands, I tell you, Jorge Mendes is obviously having a very good goal, and that goal is obviously very, very profitable, and he's gonna be really leading that. I understand that's the reason as to why Man United have gone ahead to obviously coming through to really meet this guy. All else, they want to use him as an intermediary, like they used him when they're signing Bruno Fernandes Borges. When they are signing Bruno Fernandes Borges, he was the man responsible for the negotiations, right? He was the man responsible for the negotiations, and all went on as well to see to it that he comes to the club of Man United. So I think those are the two reasons as to why Sir Jim Ratcliffe has gone ahead to meet this man. Either we are interested in Rafael Leao for Rafa Silva, for Andre Silva, it's confirmed, and for Pedro Neto, all those are on the transfer list for club of Man United, and it's like, how is this going to happen? Because you need to be having the owners of the club taking part into this. You've gone ahead to see Florentino Perez, however much he has, the sporting directors, and so on and so forth. He really leads most of the discussions because he knows exactly what this is all about. A moment. So he leads most of the conversations, and I tell you what, it's really going to be very important for everyone to understand that this guy is really one of those that is going to be given a role to obviously either mediate some of the transfers and obviously see to it that these players really come to the club of Man United. That is Jorge Mendes for you, and that is his role. So for me, I'm just excited that we've gone ahead to give him the role because he has very many players and he helps very many other amateurish agents, you know, to negotiate these deals. And I think even that of Lisandro Martinez, it was negotiated, I think, a little bit by this guy. So he's really an expert in negotiating these deals and obviously knowing how taxation does and how to really bypass certain hurdles in the transfer. Now, Scott McTominay, Ten Hag said, we need to examine him, and I don't know the diagnosis at the moment yet. He said this yesterday after the game of football. Today, we've gone ahead to get a story coming from the United Insider. Scott McTominay will have a scan on his injury tomorrow. Early signs are slightly concerning. That is what they've gone ahead to say, meaning that it's really concerning that Scott McTominay might really see even his season come to an end. And that is it. He came on through. He forced to play that pass, that shot at goal, the way he obviously went ahead to cover himself, I felt for him. It would have gone ahead to go for an easy pass, and it was really bad and painful to see it has gone ahead to obviously leave that side of Man United. So that is Scott McTominay for you, and I tell you what, he's really doing great, but we wait to see how he's really gonna come out. If at all his season comes to an end at that level, I think it will be really one of the worst moments that he will ever come out to really like a player gets exposed to, because you wouldn't like to see a player get injured to this level when he's going to be having a very fantastic season. Scott McTominay has gone ahead obviously getting through, I think, how many goals? Scott McTominay has 7 goals in the Premier League, right? If I'm not mistaken, 7 goals in the Premier League. He has 1 in the UEFA Champions League. Then EFL Cup he has 1 and 1 assist. Then FA Cup he has like a cup or so. I think this season he has gone ahead to hit double figures in there for you. So your thoughts on Jorge Mendes meeting with Sir Jim Ratcliffe are welcome in the comment section below. Why do you think he met him? Are we going in for Andre Silva, or Rafael Leao, or Pedro Neto? All that and more into the comment section below. How far will we miss Scott McTominay? Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. Ciao, ciao.